Hi, welcome to my October 25 blog. This is my first blog on video. Last month I wrote about working hard as I approach 70, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. This month I'm thinking about my mother. I'm thinking about purpose. You know, when she was turning 92, she had major surgery, was not expected to live. She did live, but she could no longer concentrate and work on the book that she was hoping to finish. So more than once she asked me, what am I still doing here? I was always a doer. I can't just do nothing. She eventually found her purpose in being deliberately kind. She told me once that if she could even just say hello to somebody on the elevator and give that person acknowledgement and a little bit of conversation, she felt like she had done something worthwhile. I'm at the point in life now, as old as I am, where young people often ask me for advice on what they should do with their lives, and I don't tell them what they should do. But I do engage them and try to find out what turns them on, what they're excited about. And if a young person goes on obsessively about something for more than a minute or two, I think, if it's not illegal and super dangerous, they found something that they could be happy doing and be successful doing. The worst thing for me, saddest thing I should say, is looking at somebody, a young person who's following somebody else's dream, their parents perhaps, or the peer group pressure that we all experience, particularly through our 20s. Most people do anyway. But maybe that's part of a process. A lot of us have to go through, our lives come crashing down before we really find our purpose. For me, it was addiction. But life is challenging, and there are some people who have a great passion, a great purpose, and they pursue it their whole lives. But that's not me, and that's not a lot of successful people I know. It's okay to walk down different pathways and have different goals over one's lifetime. I think about the people who are happy and successful, and I know a lot of creative people, of course, but also a lot of builders, pilots, craftspeople, and what they have in common is they have success in a way that's meaningful to them, however they define that, and that gives them a lot of joy. And there's a lot of joy in their lives, and there's a charisma to them because that happiness is obvious to other people. I like being around them. I like being around happy people who are living happy and successful lives. My mother found that with kindness late in her life. I was very productive this last month. I hope you'll go on my website, look at my art. There's information there about purchases and more information about the pieces themselves, better graphics than you'll see here. I welcome your questions about my art, about any of the pieces. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next month.